It's really cold here in the desert at night, especially, and early in the morning. And you've got 5 options that you can use to heat your rig, no matter what you have out here. And David has the pros and cons of all of them. So buckle up.
Okay, here we go.
The first one, of course, is electric.
Electric. So the pros for electric is it can be, you can buy a electric heater anywhere. Second pro is it's clean heat, right? So it's not going to put out carbon monoxide
Propane
or anything.
Gas.
The third big pro is it can be controlled by a thermostat. So you can set a temperature and it'll kind of maintain that temperature. And another pro is that you can set it very low, so it's not going to overheat your rig.
Right.
So electric is a great option.
Yeah.
It has a big downfall though. You got to have electricity. So
well, and even with all the solar advances, you still can't heat your rig with solar.
no, you can't. And a lot of people online will say, "Oh yeah, you can," and all that, but you know, there are some people that have, 2,000 watts of solar and 500 amp hours of battery, but practically you can't do it. You got to be plugged in. So so electric is a great option as long as you're plugged in.
Let's talk about the diesel heater that everyone keeps talking about, the Chinese diesel heater, because it's very inexpensive. What's up with that one?
Chinese diesel heaters are a great option. Some of the pros are they're inexpensive. You can buy them for, I think, under $100 now.
Yeah.
That's pretty inexpensive. It's also clean heat, so there's no carbon monoxide or anything. Third thing, it can be controlled by a thermostat, so that's huge. So you're not going to overheat. You don't have to keep getting up to turn it down
I love
or anything.
The thermostat.
Yeah, and it can be set very low for space, so it's not going to overheat it. It's pretty easy installation. There's a lot of help online. You can buy replacement parts on Amazon or anywhere.
Yeah.
So the cons for a diesel heater are it can be very expensive if you buy a European type like a Webasto. Another con is it's somewhat prone to issues. When I look online, I see people asking questions. Sometimes, there's some problems, but again, there's a lot of help out there.
Right.
Third thing is, you have the diesel fuel smells. So the diesel tank has to be outside. The fuel pump makes a ticking noise. So, and there are ways to mitigate that. Again, if you go online, people will tell you how to mitigate that. And then the third thing is it uses a small amount of electricity. So you do need some electricity to run it.
Oh, right.
But other than that, Chinese diesel heaters are a great option.
Yes. What about the option I'm using right now, which I'm, the Mr. Buddy. It's okay. It doesn't seem like it's like a good long-term solution though,
Yeah, so the Mr. Buddy heater is a great option in that it's very inexpensive. You can buy them for almost nothing. They'll work just about anywhere, but they have some huge downsides as well. One of them is that it's not vented, so you're essentially burning propane gas inside your rig.
Right.
So you're getting a lot of carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
But it's a good, cheap starter option. Don't run it.
Yeah.
While you're sleeping.
Yeah, I think mine was like $70 or something.
Yeah, $70 and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
So RV heaters, so they come with your RV. It's the pros are it comes with your rig. It's vented, so you're not going to get any carbon monoxide issues. It's thermostatically controlled, so you can set your thermostat. You don't have to keep waking up in the middle of the night, turning it on and off, and all that kind of stuff. So what are the downsides? Well, number one, you have to own an RV, right?
Right.
And you're not going to install this thing into a van or something like that.
Does it take electricity, like for the
Yes.
thermostat and
Yeah, it
stuff?
takes electricity to run the blower.
Okay, right.
And for the
okay,
thermostat uses very little electricity, but the blower uses some amount of electricity. So another option would be a vented propane or wood stove. So
Oh,
basically,
like
it's
Renee
like
has.
Renee has. So it's a stove, and it's vented, and it's either burning propane or wood. You can buy either one. So the wood is great uh, in that the fuel is free. You know, you can find wood just about anywhere. Nice thing is, again, you know, it's vented, and but it's not thermostatically controlled. And one of the big issues with heat is it takes a long time to start and it takes a long time to finish. So it's the kind of heater you may want to use, like if you're in South Dakota
Right.
over the winter or something like that. Probably not a quartzite kind of heater.
No.
Another heater is a wave heater. We haven't
Oh,
talked
yes,
about a
that's the
wave
one
heater
you
yet.
and Mike have.
Yeah. So a wave heater is great in that it puts out very little carbon monoxide. So a wave heater works by a chemical reaction. So basically, the propane flows. It flows over a platinum mat, and there's a chemical reaction between the two, and the byproduct of that is heat. So you're not getting a lot of carbon monoxide.
Right.
You know, so it's great. You're not going to die. It's a great heater. The downsides are it's not thermostatically controlled. You can set it on high or low or whatever, but you can't say 70 degrees. Just maintain 70 degrees in my rig. That's not going to work. It doesn't use any electricity, so that's a plus.
Well, the oxygen thing, like it does suck oxygen out of the air.
Yeah, it does use a little bit of oxygen. You probably, you know, for a lot of rigs, most rigs aren't exactly airtight, but you may have to crack a window or something.
Right.
But a wave heater is a good option. Another downside is it's very expensive. So a wave heater is going to run you in the $250 to $300 range. So if you compare that to a $70 Mr. Buddy,
Right.
you know, but again, the difference between the two is one puts out carbon monoxide and one doesn't. I think basically you have to decide, do you need heat all night or do you just need it in the morning? If you just need it in the morning, you know, the Wave and the Mr. Buddy are going to be your friends. If you need heat all night, then you may want to look at a Chinese diesel heater.
Yeah. David, that was such good information, and it actually, all the years I've been out here and I've heard snippets of these, but you put it together so, you know, I know what is out for me and what I could do, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Like and subscribe and check out my other videos.